An incredible race! Look at it! Every driver is being so aggressive! Check it out!
They'll all be feeling the pressure right now. None more so than young Aiden Jackson from Carlin.
That's right. Rumors from the paddock talk about a possible future for Jackson in Formula 1. And with only a few laps to go, this is still anyone's race.
The atmosphere here is electric, and we couldn't have asked for a better finish to the F2 season here in Abu Dhabi.
Okay, Aiden, you're doing great. Keep focused. You know what to do.
Copy that!
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form. Okay, Aiden, you're doing great. Keep focused. You know what to do.
Copy that!
You're sat in P2.
Giotto's just ahead. Push for the position.
The gap to the car ahead is 5.4 seconds. They're on old softs.
Latifi is behind you.
They're on old softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. You are in first position, front of the pack.
Giotto is behind you.
Less than a second separate you. They're on old softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 2 laps left. Next. Time by will be your final lap. This is your final lap of the race. The gap to the car behind is 6.7 seconds.
Fantastic work, Aiden. Great drive, mate. Congratulations.
Yes! Come on! And he's done it. Jackson's done it. Aiden Jackson wins the F2 championship.
What a win for Jackson! What a win!
And it couldn't have gone to a better driver. A magnificent result. He's already been vocal about his dreams of one day driving for Red Bull in Formula One. Let's just hope the right people are watching today. And here he is, the man of the moment, Aiden Jackson.
An amazing race and a fantastic win for this incredible driver.
Indeed. After this, I guarantee that Jackson will be the hot topic in more than a few upcoming F1 team meetings. The future's definitely bright for this young driver.
Aiden, now you've made the leap to Formula One, no surprise to anyone who's been watching your career. How does it feel to be on the verge wheel for your first race?
To be honest with you, Will, it hasn't really quite sunk in yet. The team has given me a fantastic opportunity. It's a once-in-a-lifetime, a dream come true. So, to answer your question, I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes, you know? I've even had to pinch myself a couple of times. So, yeah, it can be a bit overwhelming. But out on the track, the speed, the noise, even the smell, it's all the same. I just hope my driving is too.
And what about Casper Ackerman? Are you intimidated at all having such a seasoned and experienced driver as your first teammate in Formula One? How's that relationship coming along?
I've always looked up to Casper as someone to aspire to. Growing up as a kid, his pictures all over my bedroom walls, you know? The dream was always to be Casper. But, as it turns out, I'll be racing alongside Casper, which is good enough for me. I get to learn from the best. Besides, every legend has to start somewhere, right?
Aiden, just wondering if we can get your reaction to the obvious comparisons that are being made between you and another F1 driver. Much like you, he made the transition from F2 to F1 last season. What do you say to the press here? And to your fans, who are calling you the new Devon Butler?
The new Devon Butler. I'm alright with that. Does that mean we can lose the old one?
You come over well. They like you. I don't know what you were worried about.
Thanks.
You know, everything's going to be fine out there today. I just know it. Just do what you did in F2. Easy.
Thanks, Brian. I won't let you down. Come on, Aiden. You've got this.
Hello?
Aiden, are you in your room?
Oh, hey Brian. Yeah, I'm in my room.
Good. Well, have a look around. I hope you like it. Should be everything you need in there. News feeds, social media. It's hooked up to the lot. Just do me a favour, eh?
Go on.
Make sure you check your emails. I think there's a message in there for you.
Oh, right. Thanks, Brian.
Take a breather, do what you need to do, and I'll see you before the race.
Nice one.
Hello?
Hello, love. How's it going?
All right, Ma. Yeah, it's going all right. Just getting ready.
I saw your interview.
And?
You need a haircut.
All right. Well, thanks, I guess.
But aside from that, you were great. I'm so proud of you, Aiden.
I know, Ma. Thanks.
I wish I could be out there with you. This is everything you've worked towards.
Yeah, I know, but you'll be at the next one.
Just do what you do, and everything will be great.
Thanks, Ma.
And remember, mirror signal maneuver. And always stick to the speed limit.
Great advice. I'm all over it.
I know you are, love. I'll speak to you later. Good luck.
Bye.
A solid start, Aiden. Let's try and push it further.
Copy that. Where's Casper?
He's up ahead. Let's try and bring you two closer together. Casper's in P10 at the moment. P13, you are currently in P13. Russell's just ahead. Push for the position. Our gap to the car in front is 1.5 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Ricardo behind. The gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 39.7 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. There are 10 laps to go. We're trailing our teammate by 5.5 seconds. Okay, gap ahead is 2.1 seconds. Casper is a couple of places up on you. There's not much between you and the car behind, just 2 seconds. Casper's in P10 at the moment. You're closing in on Casper now, Aiden. Good job. Casper is directly ahead of you.
Australian Grand Prix this has been, but there's still plenty of time for more drama.
There's
It certainly is, Crofty. And these two have been fighting each other incredibly hard so far. They don't want to go tripping over each other, though, because Devon Butler is coming up from behind. He's on the attack, too.
Aiden, Casper's not your priority. We need you to defend.
It's okay. I've got this.
Here comes Butler. 3 abreast going into turn 11. Oh, this can't work. And it doesn't. Ackerman's off onto the verge of what looks like damage as well.
Is he okay? Is Casper okay? He'll be fine. He's heading for the pits now. You just concentrate on the race.
Well, there we have it. I think we're going to get fireworks tonight in the Alpha Tauri garage.
There will be, Crofty, for sure. Look, it was a late move from Devon Butler, but you never want to see two teammates make contact, and Ackerman will surely be seething at that one.
Absolutely. And I tell you who else isn't going to be happy too. Aiden Jackson. Not how his F1 race debut should have gone.
The damage appears to be minor. How's it feeling, Aiden?
Yeah, car's okay.
Understood. See how well you can do out there.
Copy.
Nice move. Good job. You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up. P10, you're in P10. Norris ahead. Gap to car in front is 1.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Butler behind. Our gap behind is 1.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 31.3 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 5 laps till the end. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Gap to teammate behind is 33.4 seconds. Alright, so we've been looking at the damage, and we think you should be okay to continue. It'll cost us a little bit of time, but we're nearly at the end of the race. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. You're in ninth position. Albon ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 4.2 seconds. They're on old mediums. Norris is behind you. Less than a second separate you. They're on old mediums. The gap to the leader is 33.3 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. Our gap to the car in front is 4.5 seconds. You have a 1-second lead over the car behind. Be aware. P9, you're running in P9. Albon is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 2.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Norris behind. Okay, the gap behind is 2.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. The distance to the leader is 34.1 seconds. This is your final lap of the race. You've lost some time to the car behind. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Another superb Australian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. What a start to the season this has been. A fascinating race here in Australia, Ant.
The top teams, as ever, continue to push the boundaries of the sport. It'll be interesting to see how the new AlphaTauri driver, Aiden Jackson, settles in, especially after that early incident involving his teammate.
Well, we've certainly seen rivalries born from less. Suffice to say, if you came into the 2020 season hoping for a bit of drama, it looks like you won't be disappointed. So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Casper, listen, I don't know what happened out there. It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then? Who was the idiot behind the wheel of your car, You're pathetic. You won't even admit when you made a mistake. How did they ever sign you?
Oh, Butler. Devon, I didn't see that.
What, like, out on the track today? You nearly took me out, mate.
Look, I don't know what happened. You cut in, I swerved. Next thing I knew, Casper was out.
Whoa. Mate, I was nothing to do with it. Whatever that was all on you. Don't be trying to pass the blame, because you haven't settled in yet.
Sorry, Aiden. Just bear with us one sec.
No problem.
You seem to find your feet quite quickly after you graduated from Formula 2. What advice would you give to Jackson in his first season?
Well, stay out of my way mostly. And taking out your own teammate isn't something I would make a habit of.
Almost ready, Aiden. We're just checking audio levels.
Sure.
Seriously, Casper must be wondering what on earth AlphaTauri would think.
That's great. Thanks, Devon.
Okay, Aiden. Let's talk about that incident with your teammate.
Brian.
Talk to me. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Listen, what happened out there today? I had it all under control and then...
Look, let's not go through all that now. We'll talk about it at the debrief.
Right, yeah.
I was actually talking about your little run-in with Casper and Butler over in the paddock.
Oh, wow. News travels fast.
The paddock talks, Aiden. Besides, I've got ears like a hawk. Listen, Butler's a clown. The man's ego is bigger than a... No, I've got nothing. Don't give it a second thought.
Thanks, Brian.
But Casper? Yes, he can get a little hot-headed, especially after a race. But you have got to work with him. That manoeuvre today...
Wasn't my fault, Brian.
It probably cost us points. I'll level with you. A lot of people on the team are disappointed, Aiden. And I'll be saying as much to Casper. Now, learn from it and move on. But you can't let it happen again. I'll see you at the debrief.
the Chinese Grand Prix here in Shanghai, and this track fast becoming a rookie's favourite. Alex Albon, remember him from last year? A brilliant race in his debut season, and it looks like Aiden Jackson's continuing the trend.
He really is, Crofty. He's showing great promise so far this season.
Well, here's Ackerman now, going up behind his young teammates.
The rumour in the paddock, Crofty, is that the tension's building between these two. Let's see what happens here.
Here we go, Ackerman's going for it! Down the inside of the hairpin, he's barged his teammate off the track!
What are you doing? Casper, what the hell?
Looks like Jackson's really struggling to get over that.
Okay, Aiden, keep it focused. Concentrate.
That brush with his teammate clearly affecting the young driver.
It looks like it has, Crofty. I can't see any significant damage to that car, so he's going to have to pull himself back into this race.
Car's looking okay, Aiden. See if you can recover a few places.
What was that all about?
You can recover, Aiden.
That's not okay. That's really not okay.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Gap to car in front is 1.8 seconds. You have P13, P13, Ocon ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Norris is behind you. The gap behind us is 1.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 27.4 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 6 laps to go. The gap to the car behind is 2.6 seconds. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, good work. Great pass. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. You have 11th place. Our gap to the car in front is 3.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Sainz is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Our gap to first place is 27.5 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 4 laps remaining. Okay, gap ahead is 2.4 seconds. Currently P11, we're currently P11. Gap to car in front is 2.4 seconds. Our gap behind is 1.0 seconds. The gap to the leader is 27.2 seconds. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up. We have 2 laps of fuel remaining. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race. Okay, the gap behind is 2.3 seconds. The gap to the car ahead is 1.8 seconds. 8th place. You're in 8th place. Perez ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 1.8 seconds. They're on old mediums. Butler is behind you. Less than a second separate you. They're on old mediums. The distance to the leader is 24.1 seconds. This is your final lap of the race. Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty. That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Digest there, and a little bit ominous seeing the 2 AlphaTauri teammates make contact again.
Things don't look stable between these 2 drivers, Crofty. They've barely been teammates 5 minutes.
That wheel bump, could that have been avoided, Ant?
Yeah, it looked like Ackerman was making a bit of a statement to me. He's certainly not given Jackson any room.
A sign of things to come? Well, for their sakes, let's hope not. That wraps things up here in China. Till next time. And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Casper, what the hell was that? You nearly put me out the entire race. Bumping wheels like that, you could have put us both into the barrier. Casper, come on, man.
I have to make a phone call.
Casper! Ackerman!
Mom! Cancel the TV subscription. The entertainment is right here.
Come off it. Do you really have nothing better to do?
Right now? No. And why would I want to miss this? You two are like characters in a badly written sitcom. He wanted you lot to sign Ricardo, you know. Ask anyone.
What do you mean?
The paddock talks, mate. And so did Ackerman. Should have heard him last season. He didn't care who he talked to, and he was always going off and on about you. He tried to stop him from signing you. He didn't want to play babysitter.
Oh, he did he?
Everyone knows. Have you not seen the way that people look at you? We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him. You want my advice? Prove him wrong. Chin up.
Hey, Ma.
Hello, love. I saw the race and thought I'd give you a call.
And why's that?
Just to say well done, like I always do.
Oh, right.
I saw what happened in the race with Casper. Can't believe he wasn't penalized. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
And Casper, what's he said about it?
Nothing. He wouldn't speak to me.
Well, maybe keep trying. It can't hurt to clear the air. Just remember what your grandmother always used to say. The fights that can't be won are the fights you fight the hardest.
I'm not even sure that makes sense.
Just whatever's going on, don't let it get to you. And call me later, okay?
Will do.
It's that time once again, the final moment before lights out and the charge down to turn 1. Who will come out on top at Paul Ricard today? We'll find out soon as the French Grand Prix gets underway. The circuit Paul Ricard then, a 3.6-mile track, 25 miles east of Marseille. 15 corners here, 6 to the left and 9 to the right, with the main overtaking chance expected going into turn 8. Top speeds today should be around 205 miles per hour. Here we are then at the circuit Paul Ricard in France, the 10th race of the 2020 Formula One season. The standings are starting to take some kind of shape, Ant.
Yeah, exactly. You've got your big three jostling for position at the top, so no surprises there. A little less predictable in the midfield, though you could make an argument for AlphaTauri underperforming somewhat.
The two AlphaTauri drivers denying each other points, perhaps. Well, it's all to race for and a lot of season left ahead of us. So let's see how it all pans out. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Bottas, Leclerc, Sergio Perez and Ricciardo, Norris, Vettel, Sainz and Lance Stroll, Ocon, Ackermann, Devon Butler and Albon, Magnussen, Raikkonen, George Russell and Aiden Jackson, Giovinazzi and Nicholas Latifi. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
OK, we've not quite had the start of the season we'd hoped for, but we've got a chance to make up some ground today. Try to keep your nose clean and show us what you've got. Good luck, Aiden. Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage. Tyre condition is still looking good. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. There's 14 laps of fuel remaining. P7 now, P7. Ricardo is ahead of you, less than a second separate you. They're on fresh softs. Perez behind, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Okay, gap to leader, 4.7 seconds. You have 4 laps till your pit window opens. 12 laps to go. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Good job, nice overtake. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. A new strategy is available on the MFD. You're now running in third, P3. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Pit window open. Let's box this lap. Understood, stopping this lap. Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. We're leading our teammate by 19.3 seconds. Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap. Casper is in the pits, Casper in the pits. Exit, exit now. Look up, now. We want to finish the race on this compound. P5, you're in P5. Leclerc ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 2.2 seconds. They're on fresh hards. Vettel behind. The gap behind us is 3.1 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Our gap to first place is 7.6 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 6 laps to go. There's 7 laps of fuel remaining. Great maneuver. You made it look easy. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Gap to teammate behind is 31.5 seconds. Second place, you're in second place. Bottas ahead. Gap to car in front is 1.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Verstappen behind. The gap to the car behind is 2.2 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 4 laps remaining. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Dries seem like the best tyre for now. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. You're leading the pack. P1. Bottas is behind you. Our gap behind is 3.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. This is your final lap of the race. This is your final lap of the race. No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions looking good. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Fantastic drive, just fantastic. You deserved that race win.
Another superb French Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Business as usual for the big three, but a bit of a reshuffle in the midfield here in France.
That's certainly much better from AlphaTauri. Frankly, they should be in the mix more often. On a good day, they're as good as anyone in that midfield pack.
And they've certainly proved it today. And look at this, they're coming out now. AlphaTauri have developed something of a reputation for forging exciting new talent, and we can see that here. Incredible victory.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. Aiden, congratulations! You got on the podium. That's a fantastic result for both you and the team. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's a team effort. I'm just the one behind the wheel. It was an amazing result today, and I think everyone deserves it. I'm just pleased I could bring it home for them.
Well, it's such a great result, especially since it's your first season in Formula One. Would you say you found your feet now since the jump to F1?
I reckon so. I'd say the result today shows I can handle an F1 car just as well as an F2 one, no matter what people say. I think the team would agree with me.
So there's no current tensions within the team? We've all seen that you and Casper have locked horns so far this season. Is that something that's now behind you?
I think there's always going to be a settling in period. It doesn't matter who you're paired up with. You've got to have a strong character to do what we do. We may have our differences, but I'm sure we'll get there.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Brian.
Aiden, just so you know, there's a full team meeting in 20 minutes.
No worries.
We just want to review our strategy while the race is still fresh in our minds.
Right, okay. I'll see you there.
Listen, while you're on, I just wanted to say that was some solid driving out there today. I'm impressed.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Brian.
Put it this way, it's been noticed. Well done, kid. I'll see you in the meeting.
Hey, Mom.
Hello, love. Just calling to say well done, as usual. You okay?
Thanks, Mom. Yeah, I'm good. Real good. I think I delivered today.
I thought so. And I think the neighbors probably did too. I couldn't stop shouting.
Oh, not again.
I'm so proud of you, Aiden.
Hey, it's Silverstone soon.
So does that mean you'll be home for a few days?
Probably. I'll try and get over for a day or two, either side of race weekend.
You know, Silverstone was always your dad's favorite track.
I know. You're still coming to the race, right?
Do you really think I'd miss out on the VIP treatment? Of course I'm coming. I just wish it wasn't on my own, you know?
Yeah, I know, but I'll be there. And I can't wait to see you.
Me too. Anyway, I won't keep you. I imagine you want to go and celebrate. Well done again. Love you.
Love you too, Mum. Speak soon. Hello?
Hello, mate.
Who is this?
Oh, come on, keep up. It's Devon.
butler?
The very same.
How did you get this number?
It doesn't really matter. Listen, I just wanted to pass on a bit of friendly advice.
Oh.
Now, it's always tricky racing on your home track. The pressure, all the fans watching, it's a nightmare.
Right, yeah, I imagine it is.
But if you keep your cool, you stay focused, you will get through it, okay? Just imagine it's a different circuit on the other side of the planet. Then, when your race does fall apart, it'll be a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, great advice.
I knew you'd think so. Anyway, good luck out there today. Just try and make it to the end, huh? Ta-ta!
Yeah, good luck to you too. I'll see you later.
Tyres are gone.
Copy, Aiden. Box.
Copy.
Let's just minimize the damage.
There's a huge amount of time to be...
Release. Still time left to push for the points here, Aiden.
Copy.
P16, we have P16. Ricardo ahead. They're on old mediums. Latifi behind. Okay, the gap behind is 21.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 7 laps to go. Okay, good work. Great pass. There's 6 laps of fuel remaining. The gap to the car ahead is 2.2 seconds. Radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Dries seem like the best tyre for now. We're in 10th position. Perez is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 2.2 seconds. They're on old mediums. Butler behind. 0.3 seconds. They're on old mediums. The gap to the leader is 37.9 seconds. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 5 laps till the end. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Nice work, that brings you up a place. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. That's P4. You're into P4. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. We're leading our teammate by 34.4 seconds. All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Well, they've done a brilliant job, I must say, under some intense pressure to take a well-earned victory here at the British Grand Prix. What a race for young Aiden Jackson. If he can keep this up, he's got a long, promising career in front of him.
Absolutely. He'd have been gutted about that puncture. Imagine what kind of challenge he'd have been able to make without it. You've got to give it to him, though. He gritted his teeth and pulled it back. Great driving.
Now, just whisper it quietly, but things seem to be on the up for AlphaTauri's Aiden Jackson. One to watch. Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
Brian.
Well, someone's the hot topic in the press room.
What do you mean?
Oh, come on. There's no need to be so modest.
What are you on about, Brian?
Oh, after that puncture, everyone thought you'd lost it. But to pull it back and into the points, it's all anyone's talking about.
Well, I'm glad the press is starting to take notice.
Oh, get used to it. They put a bunch of interviews in your diary for tomorrow. It's why I was calling.
Right. Thanks for letting me know.
So don't celebrate too hard tonight, eh?
Yeah, all right, Brian. Don't worry. I'm only going to see my mum.
Right. Well, each to their own.
See you later, Brian.
I'm not sure if it's something to do with the energy storage. I'm losing power on the straights.
Right. And you said the acceleration was okay? I'll take a look at it.
And how are we today, chaps? Everything running smoothly, I hope.
All right, Brian. Yeah, we're just going through a few last-minute tweaks.
Ah, that's what I like to see. With dedication like that, maybe you'll be able to get us back a few more of those points, eh?
Yeah, I'll try.
Actually, Aiden, I'm glad I've caught up with you. Thought you might like to know. I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. Mentioned you directly.
Oh.
I think they're sniffing around for next season. You're being watched.
So, no pressure then?
So, what's the problem with the car?
I'm losing power on the straights. It's not a massive issue. I'm sure we can deal with it.
Now, theoretically, do we have time to install the Spec 2 unit before the race?
Yes, boss.
And Casper's reporting no problems?
No.
Okay. Let's do it. Put the Spec 2 in Aiden's, would you?
Well, that would sort it. I mean, if you're sure.
Of course. You could do with a little boost. A little boost. Besides, anything for our star driver. Casper, how are you today? Feeling good about the race?
Brian.
Aiden, I'm glad I've called you. Listen, don't worry about Casper.
Let me stop you there. Brian, Casper's the furthest thing from my mind right now. I've got a race to focus on.
Good man. In the garage just now, that was my fault. I know how he can be.
What, childish? Self-centered? I'm sick of it, Brian. He's been on my case ever since I joined the team. He needs to grow up.
Okay. You just leave Casper to me and get your head in the race. Let's put that new power unit to good use, eh?
Sure thing, Brian. See you on the other side.
Welcome to Monza, where the crowd are ready for today's action. With the...
Right. Let's see if we...